The prosecutor says her office is critically understaffed, and that's impacting some of the most serious cases, including homicide and sex assault cases. KOMO's Jeremy Harris is live at the King County Courthouse. And Jeremy, the prosecutor is asking for additional staff at a time when budgets are tight.
Yeah, but the county council here does have millions of dollars to work with. Earlier this year, the county passed an increase in sales tax that was promised to fill the most critical gaps in the criminal justice system. But the county prosecutor is now warning that her office's most pressing needs may not be met. King County's top prosecutor says her office is facing a crisis, and she's now asking the county council for more prosecutors and support staff to keep up with the fire hose of felony cases.
Our communities are calling for additional security and safety and appropriate and measured accountability for crimes that have substantial impacts on our neighborhoods.
But even with millions in potential new funding for public safety, there's no guarantee help is coming. The county council is expected to finalize a budget within the next few weeks, but there's been no promise of funding for any new prosecutors.
Some of our prosecuting attorneys are carrying ridiculous caseloads.
That's what prompted Aaron Goodman with the Soto Business Improvement Area and other community leaders to pen this letter to the council, asking them to meet Manion's request for dozens of new prosecutors.
I fear that you have overworked attorneys who are trying to keep up.
In this letter to the council, the prosecutor's office warned that crushing caseloads compromise case quality and could lead to rushed decision making. The office fielded more than 10,000 criminal case referrals last year with a staff of only 150. The letter warns that prosecutors who handle the most serious offenses like murders, sex assaults, and vehicular homicides need relief.
Part of this is making sure that we don't burn out the prosecutors that we have.
But not everyone is convinced that the prosecutors need help. This letter by the King County Public Defender's Office downplayed the severity of the staffing crisis, saying, quote, the only certain way to reduce costs of the criminal legal system is for the prosecutors to file fewer felony cases.
Do you view the worst case scenario here being them having to decide maybe we're not going to prosecute this case because we don't have the resources?
I absolutely see that. We just want these two systems that are supposed to be balanced to be balanced.
Now, of course, this process takes a long time for the county to come up with a final budget proposal, but they are getting public feedback right now in a public meeting here at the King County Courthouse, and they're expected to take a final vote on their proposal sometime in the next few weeks. Reporting live in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
Jeremy, we reported the county was facing budget cuts earlier this year. Is that related to the issue?
Well, and you're right, Mary, there's sort of been a drastic swing. Earlier this year, we were talking about potentially millions in budget cuts. Now they're talking about where they're going to spend millions in new funding. And again, that is thanks to that public safety sales tax increase that was authorized by the Washington legislature earlier this year. So the key here, though, from a lot of different public safety elements, the sheriff, public defenders, the prosecutor, they're all vying for a certain portion of that new funding. And so we'll see probably sometime in the next few days or weeks how it settles out.